Wouldn't it be great to get a national championship to bring
Oh, no
home?
doubt. Yep. Thank you, Luke.
Yep.
Shouldn't be any lightning about tomorrow. Looks like it'll be fine and clear. With the weather with Liv in a moment and the fishing report coming up with Scott Hillier.
Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. Heavy rainfall expected across the tropics over the next 24 hours, especially between Townsville and Cairns as the monsoon pushes north. Meanwhile, southern Queensland can enjoy a well-earned break from the hardcore tropical conditions. 117 millimetres of rain at Mount Bassett overnight. We had 72 mils at Yungala, Claremont 48 mils and Bowen had 32. Today was hot and humid but finally bearable. In Mackay our temp range was 24 to 31 degrees, Proserpine got to 32. On the satellite loop now we have two revolving weather systems, ex-tropical cyclone Kirrily causing all manner of havoc over the Gulf country with flooding rains. And then we've got the second vortex just off the Capricorn coast. That's associated with the heavy rain that was recently affecting southern Queensland, and the system's now gone out to sea. There's a big broad storm band between those two systems, which represents the monsoon, and it's moving north, about to bring heavy rain to the tropical parts of Queensland. So today's chart, they're the two lows I was talking about, joined up by the monsoon trough. That trough a couple of days ago was a lot further south. It's pushing north now, and what's happening is we have the southeasterly trades converging into the northwest monsoon winds coming from the other side, causing a fountain of rising moist air, and that's the band of heavy rain. Now on tomorrow's chart, that monsoon trough moves a bit further north, so now the band of heavy falls, for which there's a severe weather warning, will be between about Cairns and Ayr. Then on the outlook chart, as the trough continues to move north, the weather does start to ease right across Queensland, but we do still have quite humid conditions across most of the state. Boating forecast for Mackay waters, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots tomorrow, dropping back to 10 to 15 knots on Saturday and staying at 10 to 15 knot easterly on Sunday. Half moon neap tides are almost here. In just 2 days the moon reaches last quarter and our daily tidal variations will become barely noticeable, buried in the waves. Central Coast and Whitsundays, showers and storms contracting northward, with Mackay reaching 32 degrees and fine. Bowen and Proserpine 33. Central Highlands and Coalfields, a flood warning for the Dawson, with sunny and calm conditions. Emerald and Claremont 35 degrees, 33 for Moranbah. Looking ahead for Mackay, showers returning from about Tuesday next week, with daily rainfalls typically only a few millimetres, bottom temps in the mid-20s and tops in the low 30s. This map shows the average temperature across Queensland for January 2024. Yellows and oranges represent up to 3 degrees above the historical norm, and that covers most of the state. So yep, it's been toasty. We did predict an unusually hot summer, as you may recall. It's the dry summer we made an embarrassing mess of. Here's Scotty.
Yeah, good on you, Liv. Well, the big news at the moment is that the East Coast Barramundi season is officially now open. Plenty of smiles on anglers' faces. Now, for the weekend, looks like the offshore boaties could get to those inshore areas. Saturday looks the pick. Here's a couple of tips. Now, the one good thing about all this fresh in the rivers is that the barramundi don't mind it, and it can actually fire them up. If you can find any good runoffs with smaller creeks feeding into the main rivers, cast your small hard bodies along with soft pluckies into that dirty water. Also, live baiting will be a good option out on those flats. Still a couple of really good muddies on the move as well. And for those that get a chance to head inshore areas, there's plenty of tuna providing fun on light spin gear. Small metal slugs cast into the feeding fish, the way to go. Now check this out. Gun NQ guide Will Pritchard shows off a monster barra he nailed on a soft plastic. The old slow roll back to the boat did the trick. Good on you, Will. Now, a little tip for the offshore anglers that the southern Spanish mackerel closure is now in force and runs right through until the 21st of February. So if you're unsure of the area, make sure you check that fisheries website. See you next week.
Yeah, thank you very much, Scotty. Good on you, mate. That wraps it up. And a reminder, if you'd like to watch anything again, try our 7plus app or our page, 7news.com.au. See you tomorrow night. Take care. Good night.